Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Alonso, Duralde, Matt Atchity, William Bibbiani. There's another Avengers Age of Ultron trailer up, and so I guess we have to talk about it.
We must.
Take a look.
I was designed to save the world. People will look to the sky and see hope. I'll take that from them first. There's only one path to peace. Their extinction.
Tried to create a suit of armor around the world. But I created something terrible. Artificial intelligence. It's called the Ultron program.
I'm sick of watching people pay for our mistakes.
Isn't why we fight so we can end the fight and go home?
Well, you amazingly failed.
Here we all are, with nothing but our wit and our will to save the world. So stand and fight.
No way we all get through this.
I got no plans tomorrow night.
I'm always picking up after you boys.
We can tear them apart. From the inside.
That's the best you can do! You had to ask.
So, what's in this that was not in the first
All right,
two?
I want to call out, this is not going to be the last one. Right?
Probably
We have
not,
too much
no.
time.
Well,
I think we're
Well,
going to
we're
get
going to have a
another
lot of TV spots. It comes
Right.
out in less than 2 months, though. There's only so much time.
Yeah.
But what do we have? What do we have that's new? Well, obviously, right at the end there, we had The Vision. Shot of
is
The
that
Vision.
who that was?
That was
Okay.
The Vision. That was
Oh,
the first
okay.
time we've
Oh,
actually had
okay.
anything that wasn't like a silhouette in the background of a
gotcha.
poster. So that was kind of
we
neat.
have Natasha and Bruce Banner maybe kissing.
Maybe kissing, maybe doing a little making out. You know, that might be kind of fun. A little something for the shippers, I guess. Not so much the male
Are
and
there
ladies.
Avengers shippers?
Are there
Probably,
totally?
yes.
There's shippers
needs
for
to bother-
literally everything.
Who needs to bother to do that? In every comic book, everybody eventually hooks up with
Yep.
everybody else.
Especially the Avengers. I'm amazed
Yeah.
Hawkeye hasn't slept through the entire cast yet. That's what he always
Well,
did in
because
the comics.
in the comics actually, Natasha and Hawkeye had a thing for a long time, and then
They both
Yeah.
get around.
Yeah,
they,
that's
they
true.
both get around. But
They've-
them and Daredevil, they've slept with literally everyone in the
they've
Marvel
covered
universe.
the Marvel universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know.
It feels like they're rearranging material we've seen before. We have a little bit here at the beginning. We hear a bit more about like Ultron's motive, for example. Mostly it's just here's a couple new shots of the action. Oh, here's Natasha picking up Captain America's shield. Oh man, anyone can do that. Like literally anyone can pick up that shield.
Well, there's Ultron interacting with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch
but also very, very minimal. And it leads me to wonder if the fact that they keep showing us the same types of scenes, the same types of moments, even the exact same scenes, just different footage from it, means that they're hiding stuff from us, because this is a huge stepping stone in the Marvel Universe. This is going to kick us into Phase 3, and Phase 3 is when a lot of stuff starts changing. It's when a lot of the current franchises start to disappear into the background for a while as they introduce new characters. So we know certain things are coming into this. For one, we saw that Loki's scepter is back. That's one of the Infinity Stones, so there you go. We know that Ulysses Claw is in it, and he's only been shown in one shot of the trailer. He's got to be doing something else. We got there's the scene that they revealed during the middle of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. earlier this season, which was Captain America and Iron Man in Age of Ultron talking about how the Scarlet Witch has shown them various like visions of things, and it's kind of upset various members of the team. So that's a whole thread that's completely unexplored. Maybe it's something to do with the future, or alternate realities, whatever. There's so much movie. If you took the scenes from this trailer and put them end to end, there's like a half hour of movie. There's not much movie in it. So they're keeping a lot of stuff from it, and I think that's what we should be looking at is what's missing.
So here's my question. Okay, The Avengers was not the highest grossing film of all time, certainly like up there.
It's right up there.
Do they have to try this hard to sell a sequel? I mean, do they have to keep dribbling out these bits?
I
It's
think
a
they
crowded
have,
summer.
Well, it's a crowded summer, and I think that they also have to. You have to remind everybody. It's more about getting the release date out there. I think that part of it is, you can make a case that no matter what their strategy aside, if Joss Whedon has signed off on the 6 or 7 scenes he's willing to show off and keep it, then Disney's going to recut those 6 or 7 scenes umpteen times because all they need to do is get the placeholder to remind everybody, hey, this comes in May.
Yeah.
Hey, this comes in May. Hey, this comes in May. It's coming in May. Avengers, May. Avengers 2, May. Ultron's coming in May.
And our friend James Rocky makes the point that the thing about this is that this entire genre of films, it seems like it's what he calls the anticipation industrial complex. That it's less about the actual movies than about the excitement about the next movie and the next trailer and the what's going to be the thing at the end after the credits. It's going to be about the next movie after that. And
Listen,
I think that's enormously reductive.
Well, I will also say that as an industry that covers the movies, we are as much to blame as the studios for being a part of
That's
that.
absolutely true.
Well,
there's no denying that. But I do believe that there is a difference between.
It's the Comic-Con principle of like, here's the poster,
right.
here's the little.
But keep in mind, here we are doing a piece
You're right. No,
on
you're
the
okay.
trailer.
Fair
So
enough.
it's
We
easy
could
to throw
judge.
stones when we are doing it
Someone's got
ourselves.
us some stones.
But I would say, but relatively speaking, we don't do this a lot. There are
Right.
entire websites that exist for nothing but, oh my God, here's the new poster.
I have heard that philosophy about like, oh, it's all about the anticipation and the hype, and we're just caring about this as a franchise. There is an enormous difference between what something like Marvel is doing and what we do for a lot of other different franchises, movies. This is an ongoing serialized narrative. This is more akin to watching a television series and reviewing individual episodes and talking about what's to come. What are we excited about?
Right.
What do we want to
The
see
other
more of? What is
thing-
working and what is not?
The other issue too, I think, is on a certain level, you look at especially something like the Marvel movies, to me, it's like getting ready for the Super Bowl. This is a cultural shared experience that collectively a large majority of moviegoers will have. And so I think we are all collectively sharing our excitement about this. Yes, are people overdoing it? Absolutely. But it's all part of this cultural conversation. I mean, you could have this conversation with just about anybody at this point has probably already seen this trailer and has thoughts about it. And I'm not talking just about movie journalists. I'm talking about like, you could probably folks, right? Like real people.
And I think it's important to remember that we don't just talk about the films themselves. We talk about the way that they affect people and the way they affect audiences and the way they affect ourselves as audiences and also commentators. And when something is having so much of an impact that we care about the trailer this much, that is relevant. And I think that matters. And I think we need to talk about what is this trailer doing that's getting people excited? What is it doing that maybe could be getting people more excited or could be satisfying us more? Is this even working or necessary? That's an important thing.
Here's the thing. I was pumped on a theoretical level that that the sequel was happening. Because I liked the first movie. I saw the first trailer. Hey, this looks great. I am maybe even now a little more excited to see this movie. And then another trailer, and now this trailer. I'm like, they haven't budged yet.
There's an element of inevitability to it.
Wait a minute. Wait till we get to the Death March of Star Wars material.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I
boy.
could not care less
It's
about
going to
Star
just
Wars.
ram it down our throats. Star Wars, December, Star Wars, December, Star Wars, December.
Yeah, I remember when The Phantom Menace came out, and it was hell.
All right, anyway, so it comes out in May.
It comes out in May. That's really all they want you to take away from all this. So, did you have anything else?
No, honestly, here's my thing. I'm target demographic for this. I grew up reading The Avengers. The Avengers was the film I wanted to see more than like any other. Like I remember like an hour before I finally got to see it, I was like giddy with excitement. I was vibrating like a small child on sugar high. And there's something about just sort of the consistency with which Marvel has released their films and also a certain level of quality that almost leaves me not cold to Age of Ultron coming out, but there's just sort of this weird sense of, it'll come out. It'll probably be pretty good.
We're spoiled.
That's it. We're really spoiled.
We're jaded,
How lucky are we that is the reaction we get to Joss Whedon's fucking Avengers movie, only the second one ever, and that some of us are going, it'll probably be pretty good. We are the luckiest generation of comic book fans on the planet.
I'm glad you said comic book fans and not movie fans, because that's two separate things. All right, so that's, more on this story as it breaks.